and welcome to the Portland Liberia discussions. This is the program that brings you information about Liberia and the people in Liberia. Tonight is Friday night, Good Friday, and the 29th of March 2024. So, first of all, I'd like to start by saying Good Friday to all of us Christians and to our Muslim friends. We want to say happy Ramadan as well. And so tonight we're going to be here with some informative information for you. My colleague Paul Lillard Chulupe and I will be here. Probably Francis Mensah may join us. But we want to say together, welcome and good Friday to you, Paul.
Well, Good Friday, Linford. Good Friday to our Christians, brothers and sisters around the world. It's good to be back on the Bottomland discussion. Tonight will be a great night. Fascinating. In fact, it's holy weekend. So look forward to the return of the Almighty for Lord Jesus Christ on Sunday. So yes, it's a good week. Oh, a good weekend to be back here to have a discussion. And those that are sitting at home want to say Good Friday. How your end, Lincoln?
Well, my end is good. You know, Norwegians, a lot of them do not believe in God, but we celebrate, the whole country celebrate all the Christian holidays. Even imagine that we got 2 days for Christmas. They call the other one small Christmas and big Christmas. And
Papa, fly to me.
Yeah, so I can see that the Easter Friday is going on, that the young man have accepted the law and he have to complain to you.
yeah, the man say he's so fly. Fly, what is fly? But like I was saying, our people, most of them don't believe in God, but they celebrate all the Christian holidays double. So since 2 days ago, we on this holiday until Tuesday. So we all looking forward to the return of the Lord, his resurrection from the dead, which will be on Sunday. And so everybody's kind of happy that, especially the Christians, that the Savior has finally died for them, and I mean symbolically, and then he will be rising from the dead on Sunday. But we're doing good. Everything is fine here, and the weather is improving as well.
Yeah, great. It's good to be back here today. It's holiday here, and it's holiday also on Monday, so we'll have a very long weekend. We're all back to work on Tuesday, and because people tend to pretend to be holy, but I went out today. All it's holidays should be holiday, but the shops are open. People are shopping back to back. A lot of people bought alcohol to celebrate this weekend. So
but yeah, anyway, I know the UK though. You guys are lucky that your place is open today. Yesterday, when last day we opened, it was closed today. Tomorrow will be open until 12 o'clock and it's shut down until Tuesday.
No, the UK the people here respect their alcohol, man. Even on Christmas Day, the drinking places are open.
But there's one thing there's a difference I saw between the UK and Norway. In Norway and Sweden, they get special place where they sell alcohol, special store. Okay, in Sweden it's called the Systembolaget. In Norway it's called the Vin Monopoly. Now that word monopoly, they got monopoly on it, so they sell. Besides the other supermarkets, no supermarkets sell anything other than beer. They wouldn't sell beer in the supermarkets. But in the Vin Monopoly is where you see all other drinks. And those people, when they close, they close. You can't do anything about it. And so if you do like holidays like that, if you don't buy your things when they are open, forget it, you finish. So when I went to the UK, it was different. That even the small convenience store, the small gas station, you'll find anything you want. And that was the difference for me. So I was like, I used to when I was living in Southampton. I used to live on the street and just, I think, 2-3 horses between me and a small gas station. So in the evening when I studying, when I retire, I say, wait, let me just go refresh. I just walk down to the gas station and grab something quick and do something. So that's a difference. But all in all, I miss the UK. When it comes to buying, and also there's a downside about the UK as well. One thing I don't like about the UK is your transportation system, where one you will be sending to the poster, they say it's due in 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes, the whole screen go blank. Information until after 30 minutes, then it says it's coming again. Here, when it says due 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. It's out plus one.
How long? How many years you talking about, sir?
No, how many years I lived there?
I said how long? How many?
How long it been?
Yeah,
it's been 12 years now.
Okay, so just to tell you, 12 years in the West is a long time.
It's a lot. And so you're going to say your sister improved now.
If you went back to the place where you may not even recognize the place, so 12 years. It is.
Yeah, but at least I'll if I go to Southampton now, I'll recognize my unit. I'll recognize where I'm living in Simsbury. The Simsbury stay there. And right next to my unit, you got this Asda, so I'll still recognize them. But gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say welcome to you, the journey on the first time. This is the Portland Liberia, where we do the talking and the analysis. So my colleague Paul are here. If you're watching us, please support to share the video. We're going to take a quick musical break when we come back. But Paul, before we go on the musical break, we just want to tell us some of the things that we'll be looking at tonight.
Well, yeah, I think we'll look at the letter from Chris Smith, the warning that they sent to the Liberian government, that the promise that the government made to them, they have to deliver. We'll look at that letter. We'll also talk about the access, the recovery, the exercise that those guys took, how come it backfired on them. And then we'll look at President Weah have been nominated for one major award in the UK. We'll talk about that. And also we'll talk about the disaster that happened in Riverside. And I think this will be the turning point today. So yeah, if we have time, we'll also talk about the presidential ministry demonstrating for salary for the past 3 months. That's the funny thing. Joseph Biden office is not demonstrating for their salary since they came to power. So it's something we can talk about as well. So we'll ask our viewers to kindly share the show. There's a lot to be discussed about. So Linford.
So we're going to take a break, a musical break with our man Takunje. And Takunje is getting back on the chat again. This music is getting back on the chat because of its importance. So while we are on a break, we ask you to share the show. Those of you joining us from Liberia via Chala TV, you can invite your friend and let's go together in this show. So now, a quick musical break.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not come up. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then stay they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they fall. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. With the promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to breathe? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So I said they lie.
Well, welcome back to the Portland Liberia discussions. My name is Linford Goer, along with my colleague Paul the Lord Chilople. And tonight we'll be here trying our very best to bring you the information as they unfold in motherland Liberia. And of course, just before we left the show, we took the break. We told you what are some of the topics that we'll be discussing tonight. We'll be reading a press release which comes from a very prominent American, Mr. Chris Smith, and that has to do with the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court for Liberia, something that President Boakai promised during his campaign. And also, we will be looking at President Weah being nominated for some award, a very prestigious award. It means that President Weah is not totally yet out of the game, so to speak. But we want to say welcome to you, Paul. Where do you want us to start from?
Oh, great. Oh, that's an interesting one. Where do we start from? I think let's talk about this one a little bit. The disaster that took place in Riverside. And this is something that the Front Page Africa reported on this. And if you look at this, they said there is no, I mean, look at this story.
10 dead, 30 missing. So we're talking about almost 40 people, or a little over 40 people.
Yeah.
And they say no excavator to conduct rescue search, as survivors say mines ministry forced them into the abandoned mine. What are they trying to say? Are they accusing the Ministry of Lands, Mines, and Energy?
No, you see, all of these mining area to get around Liberia is diamond mines, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Gold mine, diamond mines,
diamond mine, yeah. So these people were in there and the thing collapsed. So this is the sad story. And imagine it's 10 there and 30 still missing. So ventilation, all that, would they still be alive? It's a serious thing.
Well, I've been to because in my own town, the scene surrounding with my town, there's a popular gold mine there, which is the, I don't know, how do you call that, but that's where it's somewhere in Kokoya where there is this gold mine. I forgot the name of that company, and I know when the people were mining, manually, like what's happening in resources. When they were mining manually, I was there many times during the wartime. That was between 94 95. And I saw what the boys used to do. They will mine under the ground. They will go to dig a hole and then they mine under the ground. They are there using flashlights and other things. And it's a tedious work to do. So I try to imagine the situation we're talking about here, where you got people stuck up together under that ground. They've undermined the top part of the ground is there, and they've undermined it, and they're not putting into place any security measure, preventive measures. Like, okay, since we are digging under this ground, the first thing is they don't know how solid that ground is. So when you undermine it, you need to have something that can hold the top part. They don't do that. They just go under there as long as they can find a mineral that they're searching for. They will take the risk. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And Paul, this is not the first time that this is happening. It happened many times. It happened sometimes in the Southeast. It happened in Nima a few years before the elections, and now it's in Rivers. So I don't know, when will our people begin to take precaution? When will they get to know that it is dangerous to do some of these things?
Well, that is a good point you just made. When would our people, and all of this should come from Lands and Mine Energy, who's supposed to regulate all of these mining sectors that they have. You see, similar thing happened in Chile years back. The coal mine, in Chile, the people used to go to dig coal, and what the coal does, they use it for heating, right? Generate power, energy. And they will use the train to go into the coal mine, because they are one time the thing shut behind them. And when air is not going in, you have certain time to survive. And being Liberia not so sophisticated with anything that we do, and this guy been on there since when? Are they still alive? This is the question that we need to find out. Are they still alive? It's and similar thing like that happened again. Remember, it was Dothan. I think maybe I was still in junior high, I would say junior high school or finishing elementary school, but the Norway camp. You see, it was a mining. It was a what?
And Lester, the Norway camp team was like, I think it's 81 or 82, between 81, 82, 83,
Yes.
somewhere there.
Yeah.
So I quite well remember. So
and what happened with Norway camp? The people were sleeping when that whole thing went.
It happened in the night, and it happened I think around July or August, during the real rainy season, right? So there's in the mine they have been mining and putting this dirt, piling it over each other, in order to reach the iron ore, the mining and putting it up. That one, the people who died were not mining, but this place up the hill, and the people had their camp way down the hill. So this dirt that they have been piling for years, it's not too solid because it's a loose dirt. Yeah. And so when the rain came down heavily, so it broke apart and it started coming down the hill, sliding down the hill, and coming along with the water. So no control, nothing, rocks, everything mixed up. So it came and covered the camp, and people die, people sleeping, no way to escape. At least in the day, people will see that danger and say, "Oh, something is coming." But people sleeping and they got caught unaware. So like you said, these things have been happening, and but the more it happens, the more our people do not take precaution. They continue to do the same thing over and over, and it's posing serious danger. But let's see our colleague Francis Mensah is in the background. Let's see if we can bring on Francis.
It's on. It's just okay.
Oh, okay. So can you imagine? Oh, sorry. Can you imagine that this thing happens? But my concern here is, beside the Norway Camp incident, right? The people who are mining manually, who using their hands and shovels and diggers and things to mine. You know, when you go under the ground, when you mine certain length, certain feet, you know, if you dig a straight hole, that's a quite different thing. A round hole like a well is different, or a square hole, that's a different thing. But you say you lay the pit. I've been to the mine. I mean, like I told you, around my area, there's a gold mine. So they lay something called pit.
Yeah.
They either make it long or square or round. So they dig that first round part, okay, and then get inside and continue to dig. How deep they can go to reach the mineral, that's it. But then that is very difficult to break in, because they lay it up. It's a square or a round, big round hole. But in the instant when they finish laying that pit, then they start digging going on the side of it, So the ground over you, there is nothing to hold it. You don't know how solid it is. See? So then this is what happens. And like you said, I think the Ministry of Lands and Mines should be regulating, but again, Liberia being Liberia, where people disregard rules, no people always want to do their own thing. This is what happens. I mean, it's sad though.
Yeah, it's sad. Before Francis come in, you know, the last show we had, you gave example, you did make a statement and gave example on the maritime industry where when they make rules, when an accident happen, the people come up with legislatures to stop it from happening again.
Yeah.
In Liberia, it has been something over and over, right? Let me see. There have been something over and over. So when would they say, look, for the sake of it, we got 10 dead here, 30 missing. Perhaps they may not come back alive. So what do we do for the next time so it couldn't happen to another Liberian? There's nothing in place to prevent this from happening. What would it cost when you investigate? So then you go to all the mining side to take precaution. You should not dig this way. There's a way you need to do it. How do we prevent such thing happening again? That's what people, to save your citizen, people do it all the time. But being Liberia, I told you, it's my country. We come from that country. For some reason, we just different kind of species on the planet Earth. We take everything for granted. Thing that will benefit, that will save life, we overlook it. And when we were small, we used to play football, we go on a trip. This song we used to see, Bide driver, Bide. If he died, I worry. We just don't care. That's the nature of us. So, Francis, welcome, brother.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. What I cannot say, happy Good Friday. It's a sad and a happy day. So I'll just say Good Friday.
Yeah. Thank you. Same to you, bro.
Yeah, but the thing here with Liberia, bro, gentlemen, the thing, look, there's been an age-old problem with our people wherein we don't take the necessary precaution all along, because some of the mining companies or mining sites, look, they pose great danger to the people there. But our people just go there, they say the guy inspectors, they bribe the inspectors, the inspector then leave from there and say, are you on your own? Because our people, we don't take precaution, we do not take things seriously. If the money inspector went to a mine site, even the people who are victims today, I guess they're the ones that probably won't call our shopping for our more. Yeah. So look, it's a serious problem with rules, upholding rules and regulation. If you in the Western world and these places do not pass the regulation, the guideline safety regulation, they are shut down. Oh, leave everything to go. And how we eat, papi? Whoever went there is the inspector. Is a man or a woman. The people they'll start baking and peeling, and people feel so compromised. So look, I heard you talking about the landslide happened in Bomi. I think it was around Clay or somewhere. Yeah, well, young, I think 1984 or something. Yeah, and I woke up that morning and all the dead I was left there by LMC. Yeah, so I mean it boils down to our country, my brother. Inspectors, the rule of law, compliances, we just don't follow it. And these things will continue to happen every day. Although it happened in the Western world, I mean the Western, world for ourselves, but once they go there and see that these things pose imminent danger to the lives of people, they will close it down. So yeah, so that's it, bro.
Okay, but we'll continue. But let me welcome a couple of our viewers. Kafuma Sano, Abraham Corner, Lasana V Kamara, Courtois Farmer, and Michael T. Wulu Senior. We want to say thanks for joining us, and this is the Bartolona Liberia where we discuss the issues. You can you can like our page rather, and let me also welcome Daniel Wama. You can like our page, and whenever we come on, we'll be notified that the Bartolona Liberia is on. And what we want you to do right now is to add a friend, invite a friend to join us so that we can you can also leave your comments. If you got a question to ask, you got any comment to make, you can leave it in the comment box and we'll read it. And so we want everybody to be a part of the show. And Francis, you said it right. Our people, the rule of law is the problem we have in Liberia. I was passively talking to somebody from Liberia, and the person was like, okay, man, the car that even in an old car, the car that you can send from your country, when you come here, even if the body looking old, but the engine good, it can go for long. Yeah. So I say, you think that magic? It's not magic. It's because in this country, you don't go to mechanic to repair something spoiled and they sit and they start reforming it. No. Anything spoil your car, you go in fire. Now they will check it. When they check it, the machine will check it and then they will tell you the thing that wrong with it. And you're not going to go to one sour mechanic and say, "My man can't move it and put it all on there." No. They will order a new part. So that's why our car, even if it is old, the body is old, but the engine still good. You drive along the road, millions of cars passing this season. I said, around the mirror, yeah, man, on the mirror. You don't see one car break down. It's difficult for car to get break down. Somebody pushing car. No, in fact, where? Go, you don't have that time. So we follow the rule. Every 2 years, they check a car. And then you know the problem on it, you go, they order new part and put it on it. So you get 1920 cars driving the 2024 cars here. See, so it's not magic because we abide by the rule. But again, Liberia being what it is, like Paul said, no, abide by rules. I think our major problem is rules. The day we as individuals or Liberians will begin to abide by rules, my brother, that's the day government will be good. That's the day the country will improve. The country does not have to improve overnight where everybody will get millions of dollars. No. But where your life will be good, where you will be living good life, where you will not be walking and looking over your shoulder. I remember, Paul, when we were growing up, man, in the 70s, man, we used to go to show in and then you coming back, small child walking, 12, 13-year-old child walking. No, you're not looking behind that somebody coming to grab you and carry you, somebody coming to call your name. No. But how did this country get changed? That nobody follow law, that things, even the police, you don't even know whether there is police. I mean, something happening, a major accident took place on the Ralphie Highway just a few days ago. And guess what? The police guy standing there with hanging pocket, walking around, generally ordinary people. I was like, wait, this is supposed to be a police officer, right? He hanging your pocket, then he walking around with the other man there walking around. Like you're not doing anything. Here,
man, don't talk to my police people like that. I beg you.
Yeah, man. So, when something happens, when the police got it down, when they put that police line, right? You're not going around the accident take place. Everybody go stand there. They start looking at it. No, it doesn't happen yet. Yesterday, I was going somewhere. Okay, yeah. I was going to pick up my wife from somewhere. And then I go in, one guy carrying car on top of a trailer. But the car he was carrying bigger than the car. They're pulling the car. So the police stopped him. And that whole lane, it was stopped. Hundreds of cars were parked because they had to investigate that guy getting out. Like, they will start bypassing. The police saying they will start bypassing. But they stopped.
But Linford,
yeah.
You know why is it that in this country, when you hear police or ambulance, you drive, you have to get
to stop.
In Liberia, people don't stop because we have keke and all get siren. I'm being honest with you. If you all the legislatures they have siren, so you know who is coming. So because of that, even if somebody going for emergency, you tell that one of them coming. So that is the problem. But the Queen of England, the King of England, my friend King Charles, when he going to work, you will not hear whoop, 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 nothing. There's no, you won't know that King Charles is coming, even the Prime Minister. Because what they do, the king is get his vehicle and one security vehicle, then they get two motorcycles, one in front and one behind. The one that in front will go to a T junction to stop the traffic from flowing, he will pass. There's no siren. Then the other one will follow. You see? Smooth move. But in Liberia, I say keke. Woo, woo, woo. So it just tell you there is no rules and order. So the whole
comparing the West here with Liberia is just like comparing something else. Paul, you can take over. Let me get my charger of my computer. It's going out of
please do. So while Linford going to get his charger, we'll say to our viewers, welcome to the Bottomland discussion. Can you share the show? Francis, here we are. This is important. We're just talking about police officer, but then today is Good Friday. There's a group of police people who just want to put a little fun in this thing. We cannot be serious with everything. Sometimes we need to put fun in it. We're just talking about police people, how they stand by and they collect money from checkpoints. So on a Good Friday, a group of police people collected a good bit of money and decided to have a fun. So I just want to share this with our audience so we can have a little laugh. And friends say, what do you think after watching the thing? I got the thing from Influence Liberia. What I saw, they were acting were too funny, and I decided to come with this. Look at this. But brother, Today is Good Friday. Police guys in service, they gonna celebrate. This is how life is. After the hard work by stopping or motorists, getting money off them, doing all of these little tricky behavior, the people want to celebrate. This is Good Friday. Guys, see the police, they're worshiping. What y'all take on this? I'll give the one here the first year he come in because being an ex-police officer, my man, how well you need to de-stress more.
Oh man, the people say all work without play make jack or all ball. So they better need to socialize. They need to relax their tension. Sitting down in the house, son, underpay. So I mean, I have to do something to relax the tension and the stress to de-stress a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing,
So
for me, as long as they were not vandalizing, they were not doing anything bad against the citizens, they were happy. Even in the military, I remember, during the wartime, and nobody they come from fighting war, my man. They they come in the dancing, they get that, so they didn't care. And imagine they get a wounded man with a man who wounded, they sit now with them, the man blood running, cry, they want men dancing. So you got to de-stress. You got to.
No,
we humans, we are social animal, right? So wherever you put us, something must spark in us. And I will tell you, in every grown up man, there is a child part. That child part stay there. One day, yesterday, you think about your childhood thing and you laugh for nothing. Just laugh for nothing. So you think about a childhood time and you laugh, So that's the childish part that can come in us sometimes. So I think the men they were de-stressing, but at the same time, I think it's also worth to say that they are human. They are humans in as much that they are working. Okay, so you want to tell me if you doctor, you just be giving injection whole day, you gotta be happy sometimes. So the men but again, they were not all doing at all. But at the same time, they need to be checking on the crimes, and it also comes to say that if the police if they're not busy in America, man, every 5 minutes you got the police helicopter up chasing one criminal. You got the police ambulance. You got the ambulance going. You got the fire truck. Every 5 minutes, whoa, and the crowd crossing because they are busy. Things are happening. But like I always tell my Norwegian police guy friends here, I got 2 friends in the police, and so now we talk. I say, you free today? The man said, no, I'm working. But now today. I said, why are you working? He said, no, I can say arrest people. So I said, but you don't got nothing to do. He said, what do you mean? I said, my man, America, the police man, you can see him walking. The man active all the time, because here nobody committing crimes. So, but even in the UK, there, the police are very busy all the time. So, but contrary to Liberia, where the police get time, they can be beating somebody, policemen standing there looking, so they can celebrate. Why not?
Well, my man, look, to show Liberia is a very interesting country. Even the Sokos, they all can argue with the police on the street. I'm being honest. They can argue with them. So it's just an interesting place to be, and there's no other country.
No, but the Soko too, they got right to argue. Even me, I can argue with the police here. And our police, it was in Sweden when I was living in Sweden, was where I saw police with guns. But then when I moved to Norway, I see no police may get gun here. So the man stopped me and tell me to lower my music. I said, for what? I said, you heard my music play, why you tell me to lower it? He said, so we can understand each other. I said, okay, but now lower it small. You can try that with Augustine police in Texas. You can try it.
Yeah, but look at the UK. The police don't travel with arms here. They have the armed police that anything they can call upon them. Police don't travel with arms. That's it. Because any guys will travel with arms, man, they will kill people for fun. They don't travel with arms.
Yeah, because but I think we gotta let them. The only thing we can tell our police people is take charge. No, that's why you are called police. Like the police guy who I saw at that accident scene, where the people going. Yeah, I mean, car made accident. The day by then, stay there.
Yeah.
And then the other car, other cars coming, and when the other cars are coming, will not even stop to give the police the chance to do that. When they pass in between the two cars that made accident. So the police, you need to take charge. And if you elephant, you don't know your own weight, people will take you to be dry leave. You're supposed to assert your power. Accident take place, you go in black the road, cross your police car on the other side, cross on the other side until you take charge of the crime scene. But they don't do it. The police may get hand in your pocket walking. Where injured people there, you walking around, like nothing happened. See?
Yeah, but Linford, the police don't have the resources, they don't have the logistics to move about. And this, for some reason, and they honor pay them too. So we have to feel sorry for these guys. They serve their nation. But if you are honor pay and you're not getting, you don't have the resources, what do you do? With noise.
Look, yeah, I don't know, but guys, look,
Francis, sorry, you were at least you serving the police, you were not traffic police or whatever, but what was your experience in the police? What was your experience, when it comes to the work? Were you limited?
Look,
was it that you guys did not have anything to work with, or what's the problem?
It was absolutely horrible. Especially after the war. I will tell you that the basic police training, it takes like 5-6 months. It's a good thing. You read a lot. You read criminal justice. You read history, civics, do a lot of stuff. So yeah. Then you go for advanced training. Went for advanced training, anti-terrorism, anti-robbery. And we did not have the logistics, man. And look, the morale of the police is so low, to the extent that people, do not have any respect for the police. And during that time, it was only we the ones were carrying guns at the time, along with ECOMOG. So at least we had guns for a threat, But other people who did not have guns, man, people were there. And guns were carrying, M16s and AK-47 and, BAR is a light, it's a light, caliber rifle we use to engage armed robbers. Armed robbers were on the rise. And we went to work. My unit went to work in the night. We didn't went to work by 8 o'clock to 8 the next morning. Actually, so like. Now you got a couple of things, but in terms of logistics, look, man, it was so low. People sometimes they were camp boys. We used to, the commanders, used to go to camp boys and credit for the put gas in the car. Cause they knew, man, gotta go hustle. A regular morale boy like us, and I like that thing when I'm part of us, we didn't have the face to go and hustle people. You know what I mean? And harass people, kind of stuff like that. No, so no, we did not have the face, but the other guys were there. Yeah, some they did that stuff, but we went there for the professional aspect to get a career, to to develop, to grow, But it's the same thing now with the police. Look, the people, you hardly got paid. The hierarchy of the police is so corrupt. Because I remember the Charles during Charles at the time, because we were there when Sawyer took over. Sawyer, it was the injury got in the past, TC, LNTG, all the GGG, and Charles and King. Then Joe Tiffany became, look, it's deplorable, man. Just to sum it up, 'cause I don't want to waste your time. He couldn't get paid. logistics was zero. Then they infiltrated it with untrained people, rebels, and people who did not have to meet the basic requirement. Because you see, you have to be a high school graduate. I mean, 'cause once you're a high school graduate, at least a rare high school graduate, and I don't know Black Flag at J high school graduate, what they say about paper, you know, you discern, you understand, you try to uh, have a reasonable what you call it attitude towards issues. I mean, although the law, you apply the law, but you have to make a compromise in the sense that you enforcing the law, but you can't just enforce the law like that without applying the rights of people. Well, people like rights were violated on so many occasions, man. So many times, like God, no, you went through the training. You say like what it is what it is in Liberia, and it's not going to change anytime soon because with the police or our security apparatus need to go through a robust training session, and every time the people say they go down there and do somebody call it training and for the police and the overhauling, and they're seeing old people go in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
but yeah. So I mean that's enough about the police. All in all, we can say they're humans. They are part of us, and we can urge our government to augment their capabilities because at least we have somebody who has some police training here, and he can attest to what I'm trying to say. That the criminals out there, they are well prepared, and so the police that will go to them must be well prepared, or even more prepared than them, because nobody will go to commit, especially the armed robbers. Before they go, they calculate. Gentlemen, the mission we're going on is bad. They can grab us. If they don't grab us, they can chase us, they can shoot us. So we too should be able to respond to. And most times you see the armed robbers, they will be the first to attack because they want to create that fear. And that's the only way they'll be able to take over the environment. So the police, when the police gets there, the police always responding. So by the time the police gets there to respond, I think they should be prepared enough. But let's move on to the review of our daily papers. Paul, we have something there.
Yeah. This is the front page Africa that reported this story here. The former president George Manuel Weah is nominated for a prestigious award in the UK. Why it is because what he did during the election by conceding early, he has now set the bar high in Africa. So he been nominated for this award. And from what I'm seeing here, it wouldn't surprise me that this guy could be given a Nobel Peace Prize as well. I don't know what
he could be nominated, even if not given, but he could be one of the nominees.
Yeah.
And if anything will stand if he's nominated, and if anything will stand in his way, that could be the fact that Ellen Johnson received it just about 2011 to 2024, about 13 years ago. But that does not still negate the fact that he could receive it if he's qualified. Because when you are nominated, people will have to vote on you. So yeah. So but again, this comes into say that President Weah is not totally once president, always president. So when we call him President Weah, that doesn't mean that Joe Biden is not the president. So that doesn't it just goes to say that President Weah is not totally out of the picture yet. And in terms of the way the Unity Party is proceeding, if they continue this trend where everything is disorganized, totally disorganized, where you got more than 4 or 5 people making appointments in government, where one appointment list will be announced, the people go and take seat, then the president can't always list. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. Then they say that the other list will supersede the first list. Okay, then the people who they're sending will have to go and ask the guy who are already taking their seat and started working. They say, "My man, I mean, they send your movement, and now you say no, but I'm working hard when they send you no." You see, and people from the same government or nominated by the same government arguing with each other. Then at the same time, they're going and removing people who are on tenure positions from their seats. So, everything seems to be disorganized. And then the question that one may be tempted to ask is, who's in total control here? Who make, because our constitution says the president has the right to appoint people. So who's on the side besides the president making appointments to ministerial posts and other things? So I think early signs of disorganization in this government and the way they're proceeding, things might even get worse. And the promises they made today is on the 29th of March. So I think this government got some 31 more days out of 100 days. So I don't know.
So,
It's just baffling the way they're proceeding. If they continue, they're going to make hero out of Wia, and Wia can return 2029. And if you run, and the Unity Party also intends to run, they may have their own creation to contend with, because that creation will be Wia that they are creating into hero now.
so Linford, before Francis comes in, what I'm looking at here, this guy has been nominated for the prestigious award in London, right?
Mm.
And what if we are getting the award? Imagine there be other awards that will follow. I don't think we will be getting a huge awards around the world, and then he contests for the presidency. I think he will say Mine as that great how they call it, peace ambassador name that he carried for years. And this is the role that because what he did in his going election is unprecedented on the whole continent. African leaders don't just concede over where they still get over 20,000 plus votes to come. And this guy, we may overlook it or not, but he might be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. And when you are being nominated for the prizes, what happened? You may not run because it comes with money.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah, you got a point, but I always like to look at history, because history guides us in the present and in the future. Wia played football. He won the title that nobody on earth has won. Now,
In
he won the
Africa.
Ballon d'Or. He won Africa's best. He won Europe's best. These three titles, people have won it. When I mean nobody on the earth has won the title that he won. People can win then separately. One player from one country or from one team can win the Ballon d'Or. Another for the same year, another player from another team can win the best player award out of Europe. Then one African player can win Africa's best the same year. So therefore, three people can win it. But this is one man who won all three at the same time. From the cap. Okay, so no, he's the only person who said that history. But did we stop there? No. Was he satisfied with that? No. What did he do? He wanted to be president. He contested the presidency. Even until now, you put football in the street. Nobody playing this, we are going to kick it. He still want to play football. Okay. Then, when he ran to be president, he didn't win. He said, I'll become senator just to be president. He became senator to pave the way to be president. Now he became president. So now that he has tested the presidency, and the fact that he considered in this election, and then he went into privacy, and they are giving all the NASDAQ conferring all these titles on him and giving him these awards, winning all these accolades. You know what will get to him? He will say, well, I think I can still be president. I think people say like me. So you will be surprised to see. In fact, when we have returned recently, I think in a church, he made some statement. And I think he mentioned something about coming back in 2029. So do not be content or contended that we are won. He got all these prizes coming to him. He may even be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. And so since they come with money, he would not want to be president. he may want to be president to prove that the Liberian people still like him. I mean, your analysis is clear, is good. I agree with it. But also just think about what I'm telling you. This is a man who won that we have a kind of Liberian, even still play for I think CDC team when he was president. Can you imagine? So the fellow he has insatiable ego for titles, for showmanship.
Yes.
So we
So
may just
Linford,
come back 2029. Nobody knows.
Linford, you have a valid point here. And I think Francis need to chime in on it. What I think, if this guy going to be the one that going from African country to another country as that original peace ambassador, that a lot of things that would take away his he may be, look, what I suspect, we will be the kingmaker like the way Ellie has been, or Prince Johnson in elections in Liberia. He may be the one that will put people hands on the win election. That how I'm looking at it from a distance. He could be that
No,
one.
it's possible. It's possible. And before Francis come in, like you said, it's possible. I agree, because that would depend on him.
Yes.
Okay. So since we all here feel now that he could be a kingmaker, so why can't he make himself the king? He can say, "I'm going back." You know what I mean?
You cannot rule anything out. You cannot rule anything out. But I see if all of these titles, if he gets this award, and then you get another award, that award comes with responsibility. When something happens, they'll be calling on him to run to those regions to go talk to people. So it will take time. So I'm just saying, maybe for what I see here, he may not run. He ran and we tested his leadership. We know it was a complete flop. We know that. So he has money. People rejected him. Why would he want to go back again? So there's another thing people may start. And what he said, if United Party performs so badly, then we are now, they will look at and say, oh, but we was better leader, let's bring him because he get presidential experience. So we consider all of those factors. Francis, chime in.
Look, guys, I may have a different view. President Weah can be given all the laurels in the world, all the accolades, the level of influence he enjoyed being president. None of those things come compared to that. A man who has access to state coffers of millions of dollars, you think he will want you? He has, in fact, we should understand that he has his followers too. He has followers that that depend on him, that he has to give job. If he make him ambassador wherever it is, or he has some peace ambassadorial position, I mean, he won't be able to carry all the people behind him. So he needs to be president to satisfy all the people.
So you agree with me?
Where to be in positions, he will be given positions to squander or maybe misuse public or resources.
So Francis, answer my question. Yes. You agree with me that he may want to be president?
The man wants to be president. It's nothing mere, but he wants to become president.
And Paul struggle good point, because Liberian people can say that he may get experience in the presidency or in government. So we have
exactly.
They will say, oh, but the man, he was just the president that they removed the other day. So why we can't take him again?
Look,
this is your people.
You see, when we are first conceded and he went to the church, he was very dejected at the time. He made some statements that that was aligned, was in alignment, or he not coming back to the presidency. But after he took a break, he had a sober reflection, and he like, Jesus, amidst all those things and all the people around him, this time he has to use his own money to travel. he came back, and when he said he changed again, that he will be back 2029. So the man attested the presidency. He has to go for one more term to enjoy it, to be, to be a two-term president of Popular Liberia. So yeah,
So
so
that,
yeah,
so that we're back to Liberia history. When we hear about Joseph Jiginra was Stevie Adebe. How many times Joseph Jiginra went back? So
Two times.
yes, so nothing Liberia history is all repeating itself. Nothing will be surprising here. So yeah, in
I'll
other
come back.
news,
He'll come.
in other news, let me move this one. In other news about the paper reported this one here. Friends say you are a party. Mute it. Yeah. So Linford,
Yeah.
there.
Another part, actually, out of basketball, I call it camp with my daughter. With me coaching my team, I coach the team. So that what got a lot of children. You got what 300 or 400 people here. Youth
Okay.
basketball teams.
Yeah, but when you're not talking, just mute yourself.
Yeah. So in other news about this access recovery that they decided to do something extraordinary, the Englishmen will say. Now, they went on. So, Frontier Africa reported this story that the fleet of vehicles that we're looking at over there is owned by Finabono, who was the special aid or aide camp to the president. She have these taxis running in Liberia. These are almost like the mini Copart type in the UK, smaller taxis she have all around. Now, the recovery team seized Finabono taxis. Now, the question is, the justice in chamber decided that they should return their vehicle back. So this access recovery, this is something that people been saying it will be a witch hunt because the way it started. The president said that he will audit the Liberia government, but all of for certain is they decided to audit only one branch, the executive. So what become of the legislature and the other group? So they started the thing by ceasing Finabono taxes, and then they went for Patrick Sudu, the former police director, and he showed that he purchased his vehicle. So the story goes, what is going on that these people didn't have evidence where this woman got her money from, and they started seizing her vehicle. And then when the question came about, they said, oh, the woman vehicle does not have document. So the asset recovery team now, are they police officer or are they from transport ministry? So I don't understand all of this. So they just say in chamber to them to return a woman vehicle. So I don't know how embarrassing is this for the new asset recovery team. Linford talked to me. I saw the thing. I think it's a complete mess.
A couple of days ago, I made a live podcast and I talked about this asset recovery thing. It's a nonsense. One, it is unfounded. Two, it is intended only to witch hunt people. Three, continue adding a number to it. It is just out of place, misplaced priority. That's what I see it to be. No, listen, you gotta look at keywords when you talk about assets recovery. Keywords, assets. We got two types of assets from my elementary accounting. You got fixed assets and you get current assets. Current assets are things like the taxi, physical cash.
Yeah.
Those are current assets because they can be depleted anytime. All the taxi can burn 1 minute, all gone. God forbid. Then you got fixed asset that things like land or houses or stable properties. Now, in order to be able to recover. And the word recover or recover means to get back to its original stage or original place.
Yeah.
Now, we should apply recovery, the meaning of recovery to assets. That means getting it back from somebody who took it falsely and bringing it back to where they belong. Now, when the government owns these taxes, that's one question the asset recovery thing should be answering. Has government ever owned these taxes before? The government, the past government, did they buy these taxes? Were these taxes assigned to any ministry, any particular people? No. Then we'll say, no, the person stole money and bought the taxes. Have you conducted audit to make sure that you found the source of these taxes, where the people got their money from to buy it, that it was stolen from government? No, not that which you have ever exposed to the public. You have not told the public anything that you conducted audit, and you found out that the money that the taxes were bought with come from government resources. You are not doing that. I'm not saying it's not, but you are not doing it. We don't know. So how can you go and seize these taxes? And again, this brings into question the reputation of those people on the asset recovery team. Their qualification, 1, their level of education, 2, their level of judgment, 3, their level of, their analytical thinking. How do they analyze? Because, no, I mean, this the last time in my podcast I said it, this is a long haul. If you talk about assets recovery, it's not just going to be imaginative. You look at John Brown, you say, oh, John Brown, we're not having taxes, but since he started working in government, get 10 taxes. So we're going to take it. That government property. It doesn't work like that. Oh, we have a president, we are a flat jet, we are built for the 7 condominium, he renovated his North Street residence, so the government money we're going to get. Or we are getting billions of dollars in the account, we're going to get it. You think if we are even store money, you think we are going to put that money? We are street smart, we have been playing with money before. Then you give him presidency, you think even if you see money, you're going to put in your own as we have bank account in Switzerland or in America? No. So you got to establish. And so you go grab people who were chanting for United Parties, some of them sat down on the internet and wrote nonsense, that Martin Colley and made them asset recovery, part of asset recovery team. What they're going to do, they're going to justify that appointment, that title that I'm on the team. So they're going to justify, they're going to go after people. They're going to falsely accuse people. That's what they'll do. And that's what they do to Fina Bono. I mean, Fina Bono, we know she was selling Kobo before she became chief of Boroko. And how did she get this money over the years to do this thing? It's questionable. But you got to go through the proper procedure, not by imagination, not by something being vindictive and say, we got to go for it. No. So, I think, if you're supposed to do something and you're not doing it with the right mind, God can expose you and they'll continue to slip and fall on their belly flat. Now they are falling, the first move they made, they're falling flat. So when they go to anybody, people will not give them credence. In fact, the new I think party chairman for CDC, Emmanuel Kowo, he said if they go to any of their partisans and go take their property violently like they did to Fina Bono, the people should resist. So it's going to be big drama. We're going to see a lot of dramas unfolding. And this
Linford, answer this question for me. What was Fina Bono's position in the last government?
Fina Bono, I think she was chief of protocol.
Okay, so she was just chief of protocol to the president.
Yeah.
She held no government ministry, nothing. She was just chief of protocol.
No.
So how come now these people going after just chief of protocol? The seizing of vehicle. So this vehicle should get, the question is it owned by government?
Yeah, because
if you're chief of protocol, that means you are working for WIA directly. WIA were paying her. How much was she getting? So what?
And the question here is, even me, I wouldn't work in government. I got few cars running in Liberia. So it's not impossible that Fina Bono, who was close to the president working for 6 years, cannot buy a fleet of cars.
And how much for
I got cars in Liberia running. So
So
like I
have they
said,
done their homework? How much for this car? They are like Matchbox. If you see these cars are talking about, they are smaller cars, small thing.
but
I think
Paul,
the cars are
I think
manufactured in Ghana.
yeah, but the major question is supposed to answer, because you're going to recover government properties. So these cars, government ever own any of these cars like this? What sense does it make? That's why I say they will be acting on imagination, on sentiment. They can imagine that, oh, John Brown or Paul, he worked, now he rich, so I'll go for him. And it doesn't, asset recovery doesn't work like that. You got to establish fights. The first step, Paul and Francis, the first step here is conduct audit. And audit is not only about money, it's about properties as well. So go to the federal ministries. Okay, starting with the executive. The people that are working in the president's office. What the first thing when the people were when the people were employed, they did not report to you what they got. You did not get their I call it, declaration of assets. You don't know what they had. So how can you go now seize their property when they tell you I had money before? So you can't do it. And this is where the president, even the president himself, he said he declared asset, but the public does not know. So it means that when the day he's not president, anything you should go for it. Because the certain precedents that they will not even be able to handle, and you're not going to stay in power. CDC people thought they were going to be in power for years. They said 24 years. Literally, in fact, they said 36 years. Then literally they brought it down to
24.
24. Then from 24, it begins 12. From 12 now, it begins 6. So you think now, you United Party put things that everlasting. No, you started January 1, we'll go on May 29. 3 months gone.
Yeah, so this is Francie, I want you to come in on this one because it just non-boggling. It does not make sense to me with the Fina-Bono thing.
Look, we all know that the wealth that Fina-Bono she has acquired over the years, and people that have worked in the CDC government, how they became rich overnight is very suspicious. But the way the asset recovery team is proceeding, they're proceeding in the wrong direction, and it's in trying to embarrass a lot of who supported the government, and it's on the wrong footing. These things should be done through the web process. You should have forensic investigations, and you see and know how these people acquired the property that they have, or the investments they have, or assets that they have, and that comes in with that should be the road of the what you call it, the GAC and the War Economic Crimes Court. These are things that have to be done. Although we cannot wait for the War Economic Crimes Court, but we have other institutions that are established in Liberia that could go after these people. But these people should be going for assets, government assets. Patrick car is a government asset. It's an asset of government that needs to be investigated. The value of his car, how did he sell it? Because this is a common thing in government now. And this Unity Party government is leaving on power in the next elections. Before they leave, the guy at the General Services Agency, they will go there and fictitiously say they bought the cars, do some transfer ownership, at a discounted, very discounted rate. So these things have to stop. So I think, look, the GSA, it should be audited itself, because you cannot be selling government properties like that. That government agency is new for that. They sell government properties among themselves, man. Any government left, they did the same thing. Yeah, any government, the first 12 years who left, they didn't seem to buy new cars. 3 months old, 6 months old. This GSA sold it to the people. So I think to sum up, the whole asset recovery, the 14th, the starting is a big sham. It is disappointing. They should go back and have a new chapter, how to go about, a new course, how to go about with proceeding recovering assets of government assets. They got points. They got valid points. Most of the people, but you can't go about. We see people that fill up bundle cars. If you do not have the legal framework, do not have the documentation to prove it. So it will appear that you wish hunting people, as Linford Writer stated, people look at being vindictive. You're trying to wish hunt people. So don't do that. Do it properly, and then we'll all applaud you guys. So that's it for my end, Paul.
Yeah. So Linford, you're right. You see, if the government refuse to declare their assets, this is where you get. When we are refused to declare his asset, nobody know what he brought with him. So we can carry billions of dollars with him. Nobody can say anything. United Party comes to power. They say they will declare asset. They declare the asset is sealed. Nobody knows what's in it. So United Party could walk away too with billions of dollars. Nobody knows what's there. So why is there double standard in Liberia that you think on accountability and transparency that come you cannot do it? So you see, people will say that witch hunt because Funad Bono, she was never head of any agency. She was just a common chief of protocol to the president. He paid her salary. See, so that mistake that they made, it just
No. Her position is paid by the Liberian government. Now the president pays her salary.
And she chief of protocol to the president. Okay.
Yeah, but the government of Liberia, the taxpayer pay money.
The Minister of State pays so.
So
Yeah,
she has no control over no entity. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
So
right.
in after the
right.
story, they said they should go after government access. People who took government vehicles, who took government computer, who took government things. She had no entity that she was
Yeah,
handling.
but it is the whole what you call it, the branding of the name or what is it speaks for itself. It's clear as a recovery. Go look for people personal thing that what they bought.
See,
And that's
so
a different function of government. Got it. The
Yeah,
RCC, I got it.
my qualm here, Francis, my qualm here is something you clearly see that does not belong to government. So you can imagine that the owner of that thing stole money to buy it. Yeah. So go and establish the facts. Do not just imagine
yeah.
that Finabono, she was selling Kobo before she became chief of protocol to the president of Liberia, and then she got plenty of taxes. So she stole money. So what access did Finabono have to the National Bank of Liberia? Or the I call it other one, the CBL, the Central Bank of Liberia, or the state coffers. Finabono was working like any other government official working, and she gets paid, so she could keep her money. So I don't know how will you go after Finabono when she didn't have any function to sign for any project or whatever. No, let me tell you, you know, when you're not doing something properly, God can move from behind you. These people, the United Party government, I told you the last time, they will fall flat on their stomach before they realize. And they got the team to power with this mindset that, yeah, in the campaign, the people, they didn't hire it, they said they were going to, they were going to go after them. So, and that's why the Liberian people bought. But the Liberian people forgot to know that this is not just as easy as Joseph Boakai could say. Right now, I can sit right in the chair here and say, I'm going to become president. Yeah. But it's easy. It's not easy. There's a lot to do. So if they say you're going to go after people in the old government, fine. But how will you? Tell me. Like one of the reasons that we just said we all agree on is asset declaration. The people did not declare asset. Even if they did it, they probably did not know. So the public that is pushing for supporting or voting for people because they say they'll go for people property. You don't even know what the people brought to power. Even the new people that you got now, who you supporting, you don't know the president. Who here can tell me why the president declaring an asset? Nobody knows. So tomorrow when the president the office will go for him, will go behind a children or a grandchildren in private school, they must tell the principal you put them outside, the national go to private school, then they go to government school. No.
Because this is what it showed with Inabono.
Yeah, this is what will happen eventually. Yeah. But you know, Liberians again, we're going to forget. Like I was trying to talk about the seditions, they thought we were going to be there forever. The same thing, the United Party people, and they're not even thinking you were there for 12 years, you left. 12 years was like the strike of a lightning. Now you're there for 6 years. Some of them say 24 years, I agree. But let's see the first 6 years. The first 6 years, number one, your asset declaration team, your asset declaration team, they are not, or the government officials are not declaring their assets to our satisfaction. Number two, the asset recovery team, they're not doing that work properly. They on the wrong footing. Number three, you talk about auditing. You are not auditing anybody. Your audit report has not shown anybody guilty. Number four, so many things that you say you're going to do within 100 days. More than 100 days, you got only 31 more days out of 100 days, which that is 70% of the time you have on your hand. It's gone. So the other 30%, what you do now? Don't waste our time. Let's move on.
I have come to realization that Omer Boakai is not a leader.
But he's leader, though. He's in the presidency.
No, he's not a leader. The reason why I'm saying this, if you are a true leader, in the first month of your leadership, that's where people see the green light. Now, if you became president for a football club or even a susu club, the first week of your leadership, everybody know which direction you're heading. Could you imagine this experience, 50 years experience in government? You come to office, in the first 3 months, everything helter-skelter. It seems to me, it just shows that he's not a leader. This is because a true leader, you see, they say, well, when the Christmas will be good, he learned from the eve. This is the eve of his premiership, and it's not going well. So think about the Christmas itself. This is not leadership. That you appoint people today, tomorrow.
I told you a long time ago that the Unity Party will have plenty, like we say in Liberia, plenty problems. They will have strong opposition, not at least from the other parties, but from CDC, because CDC was government. They know the in and out. So they will have strong opposition from government. From CDC. Then the second place they will have opposition, which is starting already, is within their own ranks, saying that is a conglomeration of different parties that came with different interests. Now, the Nima candidate that voted them, into the presidency, as people will say, there's a faction of the supporters of United Party in Nima candidate have threatened to strike or to protest because they feel that they have been marginalized. So that could undermine them. Number two, they got this notion that only their people will work. Only their people, if you don't support Boakai, you're not Liberian. So, all these things can help to undermine a party. So you see, this party, 3 years, I gave them 3 years. Let me maximize it. Half of the term, 3 years, right? And you'll see we'll be talking different story. This government will suffer. Number one, the commitment that the president made to the international community with Uncle Sam involved, that they will set a war in economic crime school. If they don't do it, case closed. Financially, case closed. This government will not be in Liberia. It will not be recognized anywhere. They must slap even the president with sanctions. So he cannot even go anywhere. I'm telling you, living true. The people are able to do it.
It better you dive into that Chris Smith letter to Liberia, because it's a serious warning. Yeah. Because
it's the Chris Smith stuff. Wait, let me see if I can adjust it. Well. If I can make it, let me say. Okay, let me centralize. But okay, let me carry it down again, because we want people to see something so that it can be our making. If you look up there, look at the top of the story, you will see the U.S. Congressman Chris Smith representing New Jersey's 4th District. And on the left-hand side, I don't know whether it's on the right of your screen, you will see a statue. Then you also see the American seal right there. The American seal of Congress is right there with the eagle on it. And it says United States Congress. The U.S. Congress with the American eagle in the middle. Then the bold letters writing, you see there, say U.S. Congressman. That means what we call in Liberia lawmakers, Chris Smith, and he is representing New Jersey, the 4th District in New Jersey. Okay, so let's go to the story. If I can try to read it so that the Liberian people will hear. Actually, it's a press release. So I want you people in the audience to look at the left side of the screen near that black statue there. You will see that seal, the American eagle, the flag in the middle. I mean, the eagle in the middle with the flag in the chest. And there's a red thing that I say United States Congress. So this is U.S. Congressman Chris Smith representing District 4th in New Jersey, which is not too far from New York. Now, let me find that story and read it. It's a press release that Chris Smith issued. It says, U.S. Congressman Chris Smith, chair of the House Subcommittee on Global Health, Global Human Rights, and International Organizations. Today, this press release was issued 3 days ago, because it was issued on the 26th of March, and today is the 29th. So that's about 3 days ago. So when they use today, they are only saying today, according to the time they release it. So they say, today issued the following statement regarding the need to establish war and economic crimes court in Liberia to help redress the wounds of the country's civil war. In quote, this one is in quotation mark. That means that's the real war of Chris Smith. It says, in recent decades, Liberia's people have suffered untold human rights violations and economic crimes, while perpetrators acted with near complete impunity during the country's multiple civil wars. Since that time, minimal efforts have been made in Liberia to address these crimes, notwithstanding a recommendation in 2009 by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to establish a war and economic, to establish a court to ensure justice. Say, in quote, as a presidential candidate, Joseph Boakai stated repeatedly that a war crimes and economic crimes court needed to be established for the Liberian people to end impunity and for the nation to heal. In his inaugural address, President Boakai then committed to pursue the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court to provide an opportunity for those who bear the greatest responsibility for war crimes and crimes against humanity to account for their actions in court. Okay, this one is on code now. Since President Boakai assumed office, the local and international communities, including the US, have eagerly awaited the establishment of the court. This promise was made to the Liberian people who want real change. They desire democracy, human rights, and justice. The US Congress is also closely monitoring the establishment of the court as a way to advance good government or governance and healing for the people of Liberia. We, meaning the US Congress, have long supported Liberia with foreign aids, providing over $162 million in 2003 alone, and more than $4 billion over the last 20 years. There must be a justice, there must be justice and accountability for the people of Liberia, establishing a war, the promised war crimes and economic crimes court is a necessary critical step for ensuring lasting peace, that is, and the people's confidence in the rule of law and the fair administration of justice in a country. The prints are terrible, very small on my computer, so sorry for all of the glitches. So in short, what it's saying is that during the civil crisis from 1990 or 1989, late 1989, all the way to 2003, spending over 14 years, there were a lot of atrocities committed. There were a lot of killings, rapings, and destructions carried out. So the Liberian people need justice for that. And just paraphrasing, right? And the TRC, that is the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, was established to hear the sides of the victims as well as people who bear greater responsibilities. Did I say one day, who are walking around with guns shooting people? Or, no, people who organize the war, people who funded the war, people who have command over the war, they bear the greater responsibility. So they say the TRC made a recommendation that these people should have their day in court to go and explain why they did what they did. But since then, nothing has been done, according to Chris Smith. Since then, nothing has been done. And the United States government has been spending money. Just in 2023 alone, they spent $125 million. And over the past 20 years, they have spent more than $4 billion. That's more money talking about billions. Yeah? That money can build Liberia. But where's the effect? So the people are saying, well, since Joe Boakai, who is president today, promised, at least he's the first president since the war ended. All the presidents have been having, none of them promised that they will bring war crime code. They may say, but they never committed to it. But Joe Boakai repeatedly said it before the election, and he was elected on that basis. And after the election, he also invited Allen White, one of the strong men who can make this thing happen, and show him, not only him, but the international community and America, that he will establish the War and Economic Crimes Court. But Chris Smith is saying, since he became president, he even mentioned that in his inaugural address. So since he became president, Washington has been monitoring him. They're waiting to hear what you say, but nothing is happening. So they are saying they are going to make sure that this can be done. So that's why he released this press statement. And somebody will say, but who the hell is Chris Smith? Chris Smith is the chair, the US Congress chair or chairman on global health and global human rights. So this boy or this man is not just one little boy from somewhere in the Bronx in New York or from somewhere in the Big Apple. No, the man represents the 4th district in New Jersey. And Chris Smith, that name Chris Smith, it rings bell. Even if we are government can attest to that. So if people will take it for fun, well, it is left with you. You know, today is a Good Friday. Some people would not still believe that Jesus Christ died for them. And some people would not even believe that there is God until the end day. So it is left with you to believe it as a government and to take action. But if you think the people's joking, fine. You can sit and watch them. Paul, over to you.
Linford, this is interesting though.
More than interesting.
You know, that was, I think 2 weeks ago, this woman, Van Schaak, right?
Yeah,
If
Van Schaak.
She did an open letter to Liberia, reminding Liberians to take action to call their representatives and senators that World Economic Crime Court must come to Liberia. That's a warning. This press release from Chris Smith, there is a warning to Liberia and to directly to President Joseph Numa Baka. He made a promise, he committed himself, and he must deliver. You see, if the American intelligence World Economic Crime Court, there are 2 things. The 5 nuns that were killed, they want closure to that. The $4 billion they spent on Liberia, no accountability. Just in 2023 alone, they spent $120 million. Today, there's no drugs in hospital. Today, kids still selling between cars. People took those money into their homes. So they said the World Economic Crime Court must come to Liberia. It must. They're not seeing only war crime. There are $4 billion taxpayer money that is sent to Liberia. That group of people decided to just steal. They want people to face justice for that. It's because of those people that Liberians, just 5 million people, stay suffering. How can you invest $4 billion, not million, $4 billion that could build a new city and the country still like that? No road, no water, no electricity. What does that tell you? So the Americans now are sending serious warning. This is a warning they're sending to Joseph Numa Baka. You must act or we act. That's what that release is saying. They're not joking, and it must happen. And if it does not happen, they will cripple the entire government. And this is the fact. That's a warning.
Thank you, Paul. But look at the chain of activities here, right? Relate them or take it's like a chain. And the chain is hooking each other. So when you cut it, you try to hook it, hook the other one, and the other one, hook the other one before you can become a chain. This lady, Van Schaak, was in Liberia during the Weah administration. On 1 or 2 occasions, she highlighted the same thing. And then I don't know what guy in Joe Baka here, you were not president at that time. Then he started promising that he will bring War and Economic Crime School. We are promising, we did not do anything. We are saying, oh, we are all family, this and that. We are playing low. He did not. So the Americans could not do anything because he did not make any commitment to America. He may have said it during campaign time, but he did not make commitment directly to America or the international community, right? But Joe Baka thought saying he can dance with the devil, or the woman is specializing, fooling people, tricking people, making you to believe that you and him on the same course, and at the end of the day, you'll move from behind you. We got several records for that, which we're now going into now. So he thought he would use that to gain sentiment from the Liberians that won. Truly, Liberians won closure to the war. And for a few reasons. Number 1, to do away with impunity. And number 2, to deter would-be war makers. Those 2 reasons are prominent or paramount among the reasons why the War and Economic Crimes Code is necessary. That's why Liberians want it. If you go in the street now and conduct street or open opinion pool, you'll get to know that 80 to 90% of Liberians want War and Economic Crimes Code for those 2 reasons. That nobody will get take gun and can shoot their way around, kill our people and go. Destroy properties and go. Okay? So that's why they want it to come. So the old method, he could use that to gain sentiment among the voters, which he did. He only stopped there. Then he invited Allen White. That means he meant business. That means that he did not only do it to get vote. So he assured Allen White, and probably in his mind somewhere, oh yeah, I've been in government for over 45 years. I know how to trick people. So I will tell the Americans that I will establish World Economic Ground School. They will support my government. Then when time comes, I will not do it. After all, they can't do nothing. We are an independent country. So that is the second reason he thought on. First, he told the voters to convince them to vote for him. Then secondly, he said, I will tell the Americans this. Then I will impress them. Then they will support my government. They will give me a lot of money. My government will be okay. Then I will not still bring the World Economic Ground School, but that one a lie. It can't happen. Nobody's to be here. So the Americans are saying, look, listen, you made a promise. Nobody open, like I always say, nobody put, they didn't open your mouth and say talk. They didn't press the jaw. They didn't put plier in your mouth to open it and say talk. He said it by himself. He had gentleman conversation with Allen White. And while that conversation was going on, I can show you, Paul, no American polls, I know them. That thing was live in Washington while they were talking, so that tomorrow Joe Biden can say, I know, but we don't have any conversation like that. While here, Allen was talking, that Paul had one small button hanging on him that was transmitting everything directly to the press department in Washington. So he made a commitment. Then it didn't stay on. Vansha came back to Liberia again. And she talked about it, she reinforced it. Then now, Chris Smith is coming by, the man who can make the Magnitsky to work. The man who get a key to Magnitsky. So you see, look at it, like I told you before, connect the dots, and see where they're leading to. So if this government had never seen anything, if this government thinks that, or if Joe Baka, let me not just say government, let me call his name. If Joe Baka thinks that he can play all the people the same way he's been playing other people, this is lie. He has got to act. He has got to fulfill his promise, or else. I stop there.
On else you stop there, because this, Francis, I don't know if you follow the conversation. This is the press release.
I've been following it. I just want to quickly come and come in to have the disagree with what I was said here tonight, especially when it comes to the World Economic Ground Court, the Unity Party government now being committed to that. It's a process. I don't think President Walker is in the business of deceiving people or playing people, as my friend Linford is trying to insinuate here tonight.
Yeah, but I hope you will not ask. I know you're not also ask me to give example. If you do, I'll be happy.
I mean, even yes, I mean, what transpired between him and Cummings? I mean,
now you give me an example now.
No. I mean, people got their own say. People, I mean, it's Cummings' words, like in his words, and and what happened, and what happened to I heard you stating that people of Manima County, some they are divided, and they've been contemplating on protesting against the government because they are not giving positions. If government gave all the 4,000 positions to Nima County people, where are we? In fact, it's a big difference between George Weah administration and his Unity Party government. George Weah, he before he became president, when in opposition, they canvassed on the World Economic Ground Court, like what everybody in opposition did. The CPP did the same thing. So it won't be any walk in the park for the CPP if they are won elections or Georgia was re-elected to create the World Economic Ground Court. We should give the president and his team some level of what you call it, commendation, because the first step they have been taking by even meeting with Adam Smith or whoever he is, or Adam White or any. Yeah, so that's a commitment. And the lady from the U.S. Embassy, I don't know if Van Dyke, whoever she is, her name is, her name stand up because right there. So the government is proceeding the right direction when it comes to the economic crimes court. Whatever was said to the discussion, I do share some of the concerns, especially when it comes to the work and the asset recovery. But other than that, I would differ with you guys on so many points that were talking points that were discussed tonight. But this government is very serious in fighting corruption, and and they established the World Economic Crime Court. And the people in Nima County do know very well that they have a son in the government, the vice presidency position, and this government, converse on that government of inclusion. So we can get
Francis,
everything to one government.
let me ask you, this government is serious on fighting corruption, and they came with this thing of transparency. Why is it Omer Boyka refused for us to know what he have in his asset declaration? Why is he hiding? If he been if they serious to fight corruption, why can Unity Party, Jeremiah Kuhn, Joseph Nima Boyka show us what they brought to the table? Why should they hide it? We know he was on a loan. So if he coming to fight corruption, why we can? I mean, some of us voted for Darius Dillon. He came with $3.50. We knew that Darius Dillon came with $3.50. But why is it Omer Boyka cannot show us what he come with? If you going to fight somebody, why you can't show what you have?
So before allude to the fact or probably disagree with you on the premise that you made that he has not shown. I don't know if the law requires for you to show. It would be a good thing for him to, for what you call it.
Francis, they think
for him to show.
We don't have to go whether the law require. If you campaign, I'm coming with clean hands. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to do the. George Weah came. He said he declared his asset. Nobody saw what was in it, which he did not declare any asset, because if he declared, then people see what's in it. We know few people in the legislature have done it. Most ability have done it. Darius Dillon have done it. Why is this president who's going to fight corruption cannot do the right thing to show what he brought on the table? I mean, and that's
I agree.
Fighting corruption.
I agree. It all boils down to what we would call what I forgot the word I want to actually expediency. It would be expedient for the president to show the public what he has, so that when he's leaving office, we have a complete, a holistic analysis, comparison what he acquired. I agree with you on that, but it does not dismiss the fact that the president is serious to fight corruption.
Okay, let me just come in here. Francis, I'll give you a parable, right? If they say they mobile phone not so to touch water not so to touch it, do not PV on it, or do not put your salary on it, the water. The law is that the man he will be transparent. He will fight corruption. So he shouldn't depend on any law, like you said, whether the law requires. It should even go beyond what the law requires. If the law says just give your close your envelope and put your assets declaration inside and give it to LACC, say no, because I want to be transparent enough. Let me go beyond and open it, let everybody see. And why is it going to be difficult for them to even catch we are if they go to audit we are. Because we are they didn't up to now. Joe Burger don't know what or in we are asking. Even though he's president now, but he doesn't know because we are did not tell the people. Nobody in Liberia saw it. So how can you catch such a man like that? And then if Joe Burger wants to be plain enough that if he leaves office, the next president that will come will not go after him, or even if they go after him, that will find out the right information. Let him declare asset. Let him make it public so that everybody will know when the next president comes, you want to go after Joe Burger. That will be your reference. Say the last time when you declare your asset, this is what you had. And so we want to compare it with your 6 years or your 24 or your 36 years that is spending in office. We want to know what extra you obtain. Then we calculate it based on your budget, based on your salary. And this is the other part there. This is it's very easy. Paul.
Yeah, that could serve a precedent. That could serve a precedent. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I agree with you.
So to call everything short, this president, one thing we got to know about him is that he has the longest experience in government. So he knows the good and the bad. He knows what Liberian people know and what Liberian people like to hear. Milton T.J. once said, when you are not in government is like a big house that belongs to everybody in the town. But not everybody can go inside. So few people can be selected to go inside. But the rest of the people also, whether the people that in our mosquito pointing there or not, they just feel that, all the people inside they enjoy, but we probably also can go there. So until you get there.
Yeah.
So
Linford, Francis said something that he mentioned comments that have absolutely nothing to do with comments here. And I don't know what that came from, but I want you to respond to Francis on there.
No, but I think the reason why he was trying to say that when I said Joe Burger.
But Paul, why you can't respond to it? You're saying you got Linford to respond to it.
No,
you can go and leave for the respond.
You are responding to my statement. That's why.
So I want Linford to respond to your statement. Yeah.
President knows very well that this woman has a record of playing people. He will
I don't know.
I mean, this man has been
explain it to me that year today. Explain it to me.
He has been in government for 45 years, and he knows what can work on the people. Let me tell you. You know what is politics? Politics is to maneuver the people's brain, make them study first what they like to hear, or what they like to eat, what they like to wear, what they like to see. When you know it, then you can maneuver their brain. Maybe last year, you gave them what they like to eat. This year now, you give them what they like to wear. So the old man knows all these things. So one of the things the old man knows is he will jab you on. He will tell you, so I will you. When you and him go, when you enter now, once he's there already, say, my man, if you're crossing water, say, let me cross for it. You crossing, you build a bridge, you cross. When you cross, then you break down that bridge in front of you. Now he did to come in to now. I asked you if you can ask me to give example. He did a thing to Costa. Then now you the list goes on. Okay.
About Costa and Ure.
Yeah. I mean, they were in the CPP together. They were in the CPP together. He used Ure to sue Cummings. He told him, according to Costa, because and nobody can say that.
Costa, why did he use Costa to do again? To be causing Cummings too?
Yeah. Oh, but you didn't hear what he said? He said, you're going to do it because me and me, I can't make it, so you're doing it for me. Okay?
All right. It won't be a dialogue between myself.
No. It's not about a dialogue. I know it can't be a dialogue, but the thing is, it's clear. Because and you can't deny it because these people were with him. You were not there. You and I were not. You support me. I agree. The same thing with Cummings. I support Cummings, but I don't know everything about Cummings. So people who are very close to Cummings, if they can't say Cummings can snow, I can say it a lot because they were there. Me, I don't see Cummings when you're awake. Me myself talk when you're awake. So I don't expect him to be snoring when he's awake. Because somebody who knows him, who with him all the time, say, oh, that man can snow. I can say it a lot. The same way Costa said Joe Burger told him, remember that he's dependable nephew. So, and I remember we used to send all the ego. When the ego came, then you will call and say the ego just arrived.
My man, Did you hear? Boyka called Costa man, dependable nephew. All Costa saying he was unstable.
Yeah, but
Do you
we
have
can't
to
deny
report
it.
it?
Big man cannot deny it because Costa was more close. Oh no, it's just like John the Baptist come here or Peter. Wait. It's just like John the Baptist come here or Peter come here and talk about Jesus. So what we say? Because the people who are with him, if they say Jesus was a good man, what we say? And we read the Bible. We know what John wrote in the Bible is what we believe in the New Testament. Peter wrote it, Matthew wrote it. They were all
You know,
disciples of Jesus. You see it?
Linford,
Yeah.
you know why I like the Unity Party supporter? This is when something is black, when it believes in nothing black, when it's white on the side, we say no white in it. There is a God that brought Boyka to power. Costa, no matter what we like it or not, he was the one that destroyed the CPP. And there's another guy they call Yeke Koluba that today the Unity Party people don't want to hear the word Yeke Koluba. But there was the guy that was going into the village campaigning for him. But because he's seeing what he's seeing wrong, today they call him a madman. This is classic Unity Party. The reason why I wanted to respond to Francis, they think about the war crime code. Alan Hoy, Van Schaar, they said there is a executive order that is written on his desk to sign that have nothing to do with the legislature, and he knows that, and he now dragging say, oh, the lower house already passed it. The upper house, he know that the upper house have a lot of war criminals and have a lot of economic thieves in there. They will never pass it. So he have the letter to sign. And why is he dragging to sign? And this is why they're saying they're monitoring the Boyka government. They have gone public.
Let me tell you, yeah. Maybe the people in the government or the president himself might be thinking that this is just fun. Let me tell you one thing. Liberia is a country, I'm old enough to know much about Liberia. Liberia is a country that does not stand on its own. What we have documentation as independent country, but we are not truly independent. To be independent, it means to be, what the English word, I don't know what, self-standing, to be, independent, to be by yourself, to stand by yourself.
Independent.
Yeah. To be totally not depending on anybody, that you can generate your own money. You can do everything, feed yourself. Health-wise, your system is in place. Law, everything is working for you. Okay? But Liberia, if you count all of the things that can make a man independent, we are short of it. It's just like I leave my father house, I say I'm independent, but I gotta go to a house to eat. I gotta go to a house to shower. Well, I guess I gotta go in the closet to get paracetamol to take. So what made me independent? So let me tell you one thing. If the president or this government would take everything lightly, number one, I told you the last time on the last edition of the program, click few buttons around the world. August saying, click few buttons around the world. And I'm speaking from experience. That Jack Chirac, $50 million that was supposed to come to Liberia after 1997 election. It took one telephone call from the warehouse. 1 cent should not go there. That was it. Finished. Strong with that government. Okay? And then what will happen? Your own people. You get your house. You get supply food. No money to bring food home. Your children sick. Your wife will be the first one to start protesting against you. Then when go low, the children are falling in line. So you are not independent. Don't forget about that paper they gave you. In the first place, you are not even colonized. That's the first place. So when Liberia become more independent, I can laugh. You are not colonized. So who you got independent from? So the people confer on they say, okay, come for people is saying we brought the people to you. Your black brother will return. Come and get some of the people who say you are independent. You are not colonized, you are not in slavery, you are not, nobody own you, then you say you're independent. Fine, we take it as it is. So, every minute, when party can, international community, but the other one will say we are independent, we want international community. The people are saying, no, hell no. We spend $4 billion over the last 20 years, calculate the last 20 years, you'll be running up to 2003, 2004. Okay? That's the time the war ended. And they spend that. They're not even counting the money they spent during the wartime. They counting it from the time the war ended, and they started spending the money to bring in what? Good governance, to bring in what? Peace, to bring in what? The end to impunity, to bring in lasting peace. So they're starting from 2003 or 2004, coming forward to today's date. They say they spent $4 billion. If they get that $4 billion cash and the Americans follow it and say we're going to build Liberia, the whole Monrovia will be like New York. That's a lot of money for a small population like us. Now, all that money, the Paul said before, you can't show anything for it. We can't show anything.
That $4 billion and Joseph Newman Barker, Eddie Johnson pocket because they the one was in charge.
Barker himself admitted that they squander opportunities.
Yeah, so that's why he does not want to declare his asset for us to know how much they stole from during the 12-year, all of them. So they hiding, even the Amal Corner, all of them hiding. So why is it they can't show? They come now with clean hands. Why are they hiding?
Yeah, but
the president
assets. Americans are saying we spent $4 billion over 20 years.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, then in it just 2023 alone, last year they spent what? 125 million.
That one thing
they are telling you indirectly, Francis, you're a United Party people. They are telling your party, your government that you are not independent. We don't want to do everything for you. So we are monitoring every step you make.
Let me get on this straight. Yeah. I mean, did I show you my United Party membership card to you? I mean,
United Party, man, because if I call Yeke Koruba just now, all United Party people hit the ground, Yeke Koruba walk on.
No, let me tell you, I mean, besides that, let me tell you honest, I mean, I don't want.
Okay, no, he's supposed President Boakai. He's not United Party man. What are you trying to say?
No, I supported the United Party against the CDC government because I believe that they can steer the affairs of the country in the right direction.
Oh yeah, but you are now a registered member of the United Party.
No, I'm not. And the matter of fact, and another thing is that
I respect that because
Yeke Koruba.
I'm not member of any party. I'm not member of ANC.
I can be critical of the president. I know I don't hold any loyalty to him. I support him. When the government, his government does wrong, I would say what is.
Fair enough. I respect that.
But every time Yeke Koruba, from day one, when I first time I heard Yeke Koruba was representative in the country. In Liberia, I knew Liberia not going nowhere.
Yeah, personal opinion. That's good. That we all have it on the show. But you see, like what I was saying, if the UP government or this president, we think that these people are joking, they are not joking. No, let me tell you one thing. Freetown Mega something like parable. They say, if you have to carry a cow, leave it clean and carry it. Don't let it caca on itself. Because when caca on itself, it will be hard for you to hold it. You'll be scared of a caca. So it had to carry the cow, but at least when it's clean, you can push it. When you go in the other direction, you can hold it. But when you're not caca all over itself, you can't touch it again. So let the old man just do the right thing. The promise he made, that he shouldn't let it get late. When it gets late, when Uncle start taking action, they will not, of course, one thing about them, they will not take one action every force, When they start, they start. When they take it. So instead of doing all the long talking, it's very simple. We are not independent.
Linford, why is it within a month, Critical Voice, a key player, they throwing jobs to the government. That woman that went to Liberia, that even Alice Smith, PL, SKTV said the same thing. So they now, and then Chris Smith coming up, it means they have said something. They just waiting for the time to shoot.
No, let me tell you one thing. Paul, look at America, man. America is not Liberia. America is not Ghana. America is not Nigeria. America is not one of
But-
these small countries. These people, they will not put their mouth somewhere where when they know they will not take action. America, when they
that's
want
why I
to get
say
rid of
it's a-
Saddam Hussein,
no,
when they
listen
want to
now.
get rid of Saddam Hussein, they
No,
have to
Linford,
create
listen.
all kinds of things. They have to say all kinds of things. They did
So-
what they wanted to do, then they came back and say, "Oh, we made a mistake," which was late already. Nobody can undo it.
But what I'm saying here, they gave you warning. They're telling you straight
Yeah, but
that
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It means that they have already set everything up to the point where we got news that they even wanted to set up the war crimes court in Ghana, and they even gave the exact location that they wanted to set it up in. You see, it means that they put that guessing. They're not hey man, no.
But no, that Ghana thing was just a preliminary discussion, but they want it set in Liberia,
Yeah,
and that's what I
listen, whether they set it up on Pluto, whether they set it on Pluto or Mars, the point I'm trying to make is that the people have already got a plan that they will do it. So they don't want to come in straight and jump and say we're doing it today. So they gave the go. That's why they say let the government give the go ahead. We will
But
support it.
the point I'm making here, just in the space of 2 months, they don't drag and say, "Oh, let's wait for 6 months." They say now they want it now. That's why they keep pushing. We want it now. They're not giving a ball. Say, well, they
And
already.
that's why I'm backing your point by saying that the play has already been concluded. No, that nonsense they talk about, it will not be settled in Ghana. It should be like, no, and people say we don't want to spend the money. We say we settle in Ghana. Who in Liberia say no? Or
No,
they say
but
we send it.
the woman went to Liberia. She confirmed it. Say,
Yeah, but
people,
listen to the point I'm trying to make.
But the other thing, move the Ghana business in the whole thing. It will be settled. It was
Okay, but what about Ghana business? It was the same people who said they want to settle in Ghana, but who are saying
no. There was a speculation. That's why when Vansha went, listen to her interview, on OKFM. She said it would be good for people to see the perpetrator in their own country, then they will feed.
okay, and
So-
that was because of the public sentiment, because the Liberian people wanted it to be there. But what I'm saying, okay, but who's spending the money anyway? They are spending the money. If they say we carry it to Pluto, who will say no?
I agree, but that's what I'm saying. Just in the space of 2 months, just in the space of a month, the pressure they pushing, why, and they know exactly
That means
what
they will do it. That means they got to play. Everything is set. Everything is set. The money, everything is set.
What a man with transparency and accountability that brought these people, what he waiting for?
My friend, they will give him chance. Yeah, why are they? You know the people.
My man, I'm saying they're not getting chance though. Because if people that play jumping that draft tomorrow, there's no time not anybody say, but anyone will be here for long.
When he die, he die. He die, he finish. As a Musa, he die.
My man, you see why they're pushing it? Now you understand why they're pushing it.
Yeah, but let me tell you one thing. Me, I got one advice to the government, right? If you think these people are joking, go back and read history. Look around you, look around the world. People are not joking. They will do it.
Well, guys, let's be honest. I mean, don't you? I think it will be dismissive of us to think that the government did not think this through before coming out with making such an announcement or pronouncement of the committing itself to the War and Economic Crimes Court. They know the urgency attached to this, importance attached to the court. America, who is one of our biggest donors, will not take that lightly. So they know what happened to the real government. So you think the government will want to take that risk?
I will tell you one thing. Don't even go far with your question. I will tell you, human nature, we always let you take chances. And besides that, our president has a record of thinking he can outsmart everybody. So he will say one thing and then switch around. When he was small, probably he saw many criminals.
He did it to Yomni Kanga. He did it to Henry
probably
Costa.
when our president was young.
You did what?
Maybe.
I mean, you're starting indicting the man for proof you guys do not have.
Can change color. But I will tell you one thing. My only advice is that whether he saw the exigency or the importance of it or not, before making the commitment, let him abide by what he committed to. Or else,
Oh, well, therefore, thank you for that advice. Francis, what were
Yes,
you
Paul.
when the CPP won the court and when Boyka testified against his own friend that he knew 40 years? It was a lie, it was something we're making up, and they were in a collaboration together. The false allegation
He was Boga was subpoenaed
yeah,
to
but
the
when
court.
you are subpoenaed, it doesn't mean you should go and deny somebody that you know.
He
When
asked
you are
him a
subpoenaed,
question.
it's meant for you to go and tell the court what you know. You are almost
Yeah,
like
they
a witness.
asked him. They asked him specific questions, and the
Yeah,
questions
do you
were
know comics?
the question. I
Do
think,
you know
but I
comics?
think how we, I think I just the man just say, you literally say, do you know come and say yes or no? The man now say he doesn't know call me. How you say that?
Nobody say he said he
said
doesn't know
so
him.
I was
That
a
was the
word
question.
of you.
My man, let's be honest, we are all smart people here. We are only cherry picking the propaganda aspect. The answer when he said a year, maybe that question was even longer. So we just the CPP and all people ran with that clip right
No,
there. I do not know coming.
that was
What
the
was the
question.
whole question?
The question was, do you know this person in question? Have you seen him before? Do you know him for long? He said, I don't know him.
I mean, it can't be. I mean, that in the show, man. That didn't make
So
no
anyway,
sense, man.
so before we end the show, Paul, let me just recognize a couple of people who came after Prince K, Clara Mwochiwi, Simeon Gape, Garmen Jensen, and Dovi. We want to say welcome to you, whether you stay there or not, or at least you are here. We want to say welcome to you. This is the Portland Liberia discussions where we do discuss the issues. Each of us here will give our opinions, and we can disagree with each other respectively. We don't abuse people here. We don't lie on people. Everything we say here are things that happen. At least you have heard about these things before, and you can analyze for yourself that we are not lying. We are not saying that, oh, the person said this and this. Everything we say here, we got reference to it. It comes from the newspaper, it comes from the radio, from social media. And we respect each other's views. You know, our friend can disagree with us, we can also disagree with him, but that's what we do here. The show is all about our opinions about the issues that make headlines in Liberia. So, Paul?
Yes. So I want to say how happy Easter Easter weekend, and the Lord Jesus will be coming back on Sunday from the dead. So to all the Christians around the world, this is their holy week, and also want to remember our brothers and sisters that are having a Ramadan as well, and our prayers with them at this time. So it's become the holy side. You got the Muslim, the Christian, everybody putting this thing together. So, and Francis, you want to say something to parting comment before we close up?
Look, guys, it's always a pleasure being here, and we here to give our opinions on issues. We do not claim to have the sources like other platforms always claiming they have based on lies and misinformation. But it's good that we here, and then we give Liberian people information from the newspapers, although we cannot verify or authenticate. The stories, but they are public, and we tell you come here to discuss it. So I want to thank you guys for the platform again, and to our viewers out there, happy Easter's and happy Easter, and wish you guys be safe out there.
Yeah, I also want to say,
we just got somebody new, Kimo Emmanuel Saki is watching from Kak City, Magvi Kandika. Emmanuel, I used to live in Kakata. My son's mother comes from Kakata. She got here. So Emmanuel Saki, when you say Kak City, man, I know exactly. My mom ran to all the corners in Kakata. Say, we got Madingo Quarter, we got Kusi Kuala, we got, Sugar Hill community there. Then we got CH Rennie Hospital where we got BWR. We got all these places, I think we're supposed to have somewhere going to Bolola Road. So, Emmanuel, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, my greetings to all of the Kakata City people. And please, Emmanuel, the next time we'll be here will be on Tuesday. So, when you come in, we'll be here from 8 o'clock Liberian time, Paul.
Yeah, but
Yes,
by the
8
way,
o'clock Liberian time.
I
So,
think
next,
the clock is going forward. So this week, I think it's this weekend, tomorrow. If I get it right, we're moving. We might be 1 hour ahead of Liberia.
yeah, we might be like 2 hours
Yeah.
ahead. So, but we come on when the time changes, you'll know. But when you come the next time, Emmanuel, please invite as many people as you can so that they will join us and we can. We want your opinion, we want your questions, and why when we're talking, this is all about Liberia, it's not about us. So we hope that we can have more people.
The clock go forward tonight, so we'll be 1 hour ahead of Liberia. Yeah, so you guys
is it going to be for all of Europe or only
the whole of Europe? You guys will go ahead, so you'll be we 1 hour ahead of Liberia. You guys will be 2 hours ahead of Liberia. So
yeah, okay. It's after 11. It's after 11 o'clock my time. 11:17. So I think I'll stay on until 12 o'clock to observe the time.
Yeah. So guys, this is the place maybe when we reach Liberia, when Joseph Numa Berkeley rescue the country, then we'll have the clock going back and forth too. You never know. So on the note, I want to say, it was a great show. But say it's Good Friday, and we'll have some police people decided to serve the law. So we'll close the thing on the police celebration today to the one to check.
There you go, like right, you break the traffic rule or catch you.
My man, these guys are human, and we got to look after our brothers, you see, and sisters in the arm. So let's close this with the celebrating, the police were celebrating too. They got to say thank you to the Almighty. Okay. So guys, I'll say good night. Let me put this up.
Good